or this dish. Like, it's still super steamy hot. Michael's excited. Hello everybody, welcome to Camp Ryder. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the little bell icon so you get an alert next time. You are here to watch Cooking with Michael. It's the first time we're going to do a video like this. Cooking with Michael is a fun little cooking video that has something different from the other videos, and that it features Michael Myers. We are a channel that puts out content weekly. We do Halloween, unboxing of props, we do first store tours. We have some unique videos that we make ourselves, and no, we're not professionals, and you'll probably see that, but they're fun little videos. Your kids will love them. Again, if you're into that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, do it now so you don't forget. Today we're making a dish that you can put out for Thanksgiving if you want. It's a loaded cauliflower casserole, and it is delicious. If you don't like cauliflower, make this anyway and try it. My sister fed it to her fiance, and he doesn't eat any vegetables. She told him it was a loaded potato salad, and he ate 2 servings. My cooking video will be made with an appropriate knife because we're making killer recipes. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is break up the cauliflower so we can steam it. But as I can see, Michael, you did not clean your knife like I asked you to. So he's coming home with his work on it. And don't worry about breaking this up too much because we're going to throw it in the steamer basket. Once it's steamed, you'll be able to break it down into a lot smaller pieces. Okay, we'll take our steamer basket, add the cauliflower. All right, you're going to put that on high with the lid. If you don't have a steamer basket, however you are used to steaming any vegetable will work just fine. We'll set a timer for 15 minutes and then we'll check on it. You're waiting for the cauliflower to steam. We're going to go ahead and shred our cheese. You need a whole cup of Colby Jack, 1 cup of cheddar cheese. And a helpful tip to speed things up from Michael, he wants to make sure that we tell you this, is you can go ahead and just buy this pre-shredded. There's something about shredded cheese by hand that I personally like. Measure out 1 cup of this for our recipe. And if it's overflowing a little bit, it's quite all right. It's just cheese. Our timer went off for the cauliflower. If you are not familiar with steaming, make sure your lid is not hot first off, but this one is not. Just take a knife and give it a stab. If it goes in really easy, it is done. Just move it to another burner. Get it off of that direct heat. Go ahead and preheat your oven now, or before you start shredding cheese, which is honestly what I did. I'm going to heat the oven to 370. And while that's heating up, I am using Michael's tip of the day, which is to buy pre-cooked bacon. Saves me a load of time and a huge mess. Calls for 8 strips. I just take every single strip in that pack. Bacon goes well with everything. So, start chopping it up. As you can see, Michael's head is bobbing up and down because he's excited for bacon. Aren't you, Michael? If you guys are enjoying this, if you're excited about this recipe, please leave me a comment. Let me know how this is going. Please be kind, because this is a lot of hard work put into the video. And I don't want to be sad, and we don't want to make Michael sad. Okay, just chop it up like that. It doesn't have to be super small. And Like I said, that is way quicker than actually having to cook the bacon, clean up the mess. All right, so now we have a full thing of bacon. That's perfect. We will set that aside. Now we're gonna start putting everything together. Okay, I've already measured out a half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of mayo. We're gonna mix those together. We need 1 tablespoon of ranch seasoning. You could buy a ranch seasoning in a packet or a shaker. Then you need a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Kosher salt, of course, or whatever salt you have. Okay, let's give it another mix. That is good. We're gonna set that aside. And Michael, you're gonna have to scoot over or start helping. Okay, now I just break it up. See how much easier it is than trying to cut it up? And it's okay if it's a little bit under steamed because we still have to cook it again. And you certainly, well, I guess you could have mushy and then it'll be more like a loaded cauliflower mash casserole. It's up to you, whatever you like. Okay, so now you got your cauliflower all broken up. We're gonna go ahead and put our mixture on. And just pour that in there. Again, that was a half a cup of sour cream, half a cup of mayo, mixed with a tablespoon of ranch seasoning, some salt, some pepper. And then we're gonna take our 1 cup of cheddar, which I have all my cheese just sitting in the same bowl. So we're just gonna guess. Okay, that looks good. And now I'll go ahead and mix it all together. Is this starting to look good? Is this something you're thinking about making? Is it just me, or is it a lot easier to do something once you've watched someone else do it first? I'm a visual learner. How many visual learners do we have? Leave me a comment if that is something you can relate to. Now we're gonna pour it into a casserole dish. It's up to you on the size. I have made it in an 8x8. I don't even know what size this is, but it's kind of deep. Excuse me, Michael, you're gonna need to move over. We're gonna take about that much of the bacon, leave yourself a decent handful, and sprinkle that over. Now mix that in. All right, now the rest of that cheese that you had, the Colby Jack cheese, is gonna go on the top. And that was a full cup of both types of cheese. And it doesn't need to be some thick layer. Now I do want to let you know that Michael and I were making this for a practice round and we didn't have Colby Jack. I put mozzarella on the top. It was just as good. Now sprinkle your bacon across the top. Spread it out. Make it look pretty. Okay, that's it. Now we're gonna put some foil over it. Pop it in the oven. Let's set that timer for 20 minutes. Okay, after the 15 minutes is up, pull it out of the oven. As I like to say, it's cheesy, bubbly deliciousness. What do you think, Michael? Would you agree? He agrees. He's shaking his head yes. Now we're gonna let that rest for about 10 minutes before we will even attempt to dig into it. All right, after it's sat for a little bit, you should be okay to spoon some out. It's super steamy hot. Look at that, guys. Delicious, cheesy, tons of bacon. Your guests will not be disappointed. You do not need to grease the dish at all because there's so much bacon and cheese in there and the mayo, and it just kind of greases itself. Cheesy, loaded cauliflower casserole. Right there. Guys, look how cheesy that is. If you didn't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please leave a comment. Let us know if you plan on making the dish, if it looks good. Thanks for watching our very first Cooking with Michael.